OS we build works on any kind of hardware. This is no special hardware. This is a regular hardware that we all use. It's a new machine, but that's about it. But in terms of the, we haven't tuned it for boot time or anything of that sort. Off the rack, you can pick up a machine, install Windows 8, and you will see this kind of performance.
Is the new MetroStyle user interface, and this is your new start screen. So like we said, we've completely reimagined from the ground up as far as Windows is concerned. So your familiar start button is now gone, and this is the start screen, as we call it.
So this is where you land when you actually boot into Windows. This is my personalized, completely personalized to my particular thing. So I got my photos there, I've got my email configured and stuff. The first thing that Windows is primarily tuned, or I would say primarily tuned, is supports touch to as a first class, which means the UI, as you can see, is as a pan. Sorry, that was me. Okay, so as you can see, the UI is very fluid. Again, move icons around. It's very simple, very fluid, and easy to understand kind of interface. The best test I had for this is when I took this home to my 4-year-old. The guy picked it up in like less than a minute. He was able to open up apps and work with the machine as easy as that.
Yeah, the problem was getting it back from you.
Yeah. You can imagine the tough time I had with that. So one of the things is about the UX being completely reimagined. We coordinate Metro kind of UI. Every pixel on your screen is dedicated to your app. There is no clutter, there is no toolbar, icon bar, status bar, and all that of that sort. Every single pixel on the screen is dedicated to your app. So now, for example, if you want to interact with the app, what we have done is that we've designed how we interact with Windows, and the two sides of the screens is dedicated to the OS, whereas the top and the bottom is dedicated to the app. Let me show you what I mean with that. For example, I have configured one of my Hotmail inboxes here. Let's say I want to add another. As I swipe the bottom of the screen, you can see that these icons are specific to the app that is running. So once again, the top and the bottom is for the app, the two sides are for the OS.
Now, an easier way to sort of memorize this is Windows is at the edges. So in Windows 8, you're sort of figuring out, hey, how do I get to the other? Just move your mouse to the edges, and you will discover what Windows is going to allow you to do. So your apps are front and center.
For example, if I swipe on the side of the screen, you'll see that the charms turn up. So anything I want to interact with the OS is available on the side of the screen, which is this is called the charms on the screen. And another quick thing I want to bring up here is that every time I select the settings charm. The settings charm, though it's part of the OS, when I select the settings arm, it is actually context sensitive to the app that is running. So in this case, when I selected settings, it's actually allowed me to change the settings for the email account that I have running right here. Again, on the sides is for the OS, the top and bottom is for the app. So another similar example I want to show here is when I open my IE, which is IE10, when I swipe on the top, again, the top and the bottom. If I want to open additional tabs, or if I want to go to another website, everything's on the top and the bottom. Whereas the sides is for given to the OS. So if I want to swipe on Windows, I can just bring another window here. So that's about apps, which is actually at the core of the OS. I'm going to do stuff on a touch-enabled machine, and he's going to do stuff on a keyboard-enabled machine, and say how easy this is. So, for example, if I want to pan, this is how I pan. I just swipe across the screen.
So if I have to do that with a keyboard, I can go page up and page down. So everything can do with touch, I can do with the keyboard. I can even pan with my mouse. And you will notice this theme across windows, and that's what we're going to try and show you.
So when I can pinch on the screen to reduce, if I want to reorganize my icons and stuff.
I do a control minus.
Okay. I can drag and drop. Let's say I just spin this and move this around. I can just drag and drop icons on my screen.
I can select an icon and move that around as well.
Okay. I can snap. So let me see if I can snap. So snap is basically if you want to run two applications at the same time. So I probably run this, and let's say I want to run my. So I have two applications running side by side. So I have my news running on one side. I have my email running on basically the split screen where you get snap applications. How would you do that on
Here
keyboard?
I can do a control and a dot, and I get to snap applications, and then I can choose whichever application I want. So I can do that with the keyboard.
Okay, so we've been taking care of that. If I want to start, interacting with the application from the OS level, I can swipe on my right to bring up the charms.
I can hit Windows and C to bring up the charms.
Okay, and close the application. I just drag and drop it down.
I press Alt F4, or I can drag and drop it down myself.
Okay.
So one other thing that Windows is always famous for is altering tab. I can do that too. So you can alt tab across Metro style applications or desktop applications. Can you do that?
But that's from the 1990s.